thing is, you got to ask yourself as an artist, is it special? Or are they taking advantage of me? You know, I listen, I love Chappelle, so I'm not going to really speak on it. But for him to, you know, right now, can't nobody touch him.
I'm too close to it to have a real opinion. I would say yes, erase his name off all them shits, because those motherfuckers took our franchise from us.
It's becoming nearly impossible for big names of this industry to dodge the spotlight these days, because with every sunrise, more skeletons come tumbling out of their closets. And remember when Marlon Wayans chimed in, spilling the tea on his run-ins with Harvey Weinstein?
Being a minority in Hollywood is tough. You don't wait on Hollywood. Hollywood is a bank, and the decision makers don't get the content.
Well, guess what? His brother Damon Wayans just jumped into the fray, backing up his brother's claims and adding even more shocking details about the dirty secrets hiding in Hollywood's darkest corners.
Don't blur the lines. Is this a special or this a speech? And right now, I think they're blurring the lines.
Damon's throwing some serious shade, exposing crimes even worse than we thought. Hollywood is shaking. It's like one giant twisted soap opera where the scandals just keep piling up. The Wayans brothers have been a powerhouse in comedy for decades, dominating both TV and film with their unique brand of humor. Keenen Ivory Wayans, the mastermind behind Fox's iconic sketch comedy show In Living Color, didn't just stop at creating and starring in it. He brought along his equally hilarious siblings, Damon, Kim, Shawn, and Marlon, to join the fun. And when In Living Color wrapped up, Keenen didn't miss a beat. He jumped into the director's chair and gave us comedy gold like Scary Movie. Meanwhile, Damon made his mark as the head of the family in the hit sitcom My Wife and Kids. Then there's Shawn and Marlon. Those two teamed up as a dynamic comedy duo, delivering laugh-out-loud performances in films like White Chicks and Little Man. Together, the Wayans have been an unstoppable force, keeping audiences in stitches for years.
He's like, we should play them. And then we watched Some Like It Hot, and I was like, yo, we can do this. And then from there, we just started creating it.
Yet, in recent years, the once dominant Wayans family seems to have stepped out of the spotlight. Whether it's bold career choices, a few misfires at the box office, controversial takes, or simply shifting priorities, their path has been anything but predictable. Today, the Wayans clan isn't as ever present in Hollywood as they once were, leaving longtime fans wondering about the intriguing twists and turns that have shaped their lives and careers. While they may no longer be front and center, their journey continues to evolve, just out of the limelight.
We always got a joke. My cousin said God rest you, he was in his funeral, and because he was a motorcycle.
And first, let's talk about Damon Wayans. You know how Dave Chappelle has a knack for stirring up controversy every time he drops a new special? Well, true to form, his latest release, The Closer, has sparked outrage, this time for remarks he made about the LGBTQ community. As expected, his comments didn't sit well with many people, leading to a new wave of backlash. But here's where things get even more interesting. Damon Wayans has thrown his hat into the ring, speaking out in defense of Chappelle. He's not too pleased with the idea that Chappelle could be blacklisted over the controversy, and he's making it clear that censorship of comedians is something he's not okay with. It's a showdown between freedom of expression and the consequences that come with pushing boundaries.
I feel like Dave freed the slaves.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, the comedians. We were slaves to PC culture.
Damon Wayans came out swinging in defense of Dave Chappelle when he chatted with TMZ about all the heat surrounding Chappelle's latest Netflix special, The Closer. In classic Chappelle fashion, he didn't shy away from controversy, doubling down on his support for J.K. Rowling amidst her cancel culture battles, declaring gender is a fact and aligning himself with Team TERF. Naturally, these comments stirred up a storm, especially given Chappelle's past jokes about the trans community. But Wayans, best known for his role in My Wife and Kids, wasn't having any of the backlash. He even compared Chappelle to the legendary artist Vincent van Gogh, implying that just like the painter, Chappelle's work might not be fully appreciated in its time. Now that's some next-level praise for a comedian who's always been unafraid to push the envelope.
You know, as an artist, he's Van Gogh, cut a zero, and he's trying to tell us it's okay.
Yeah, Damon Wayans isn't just skimming the surface here. He's really diving into the heart of the issue. He's all about the idea that everyone, especially comedians, should have the freedom to speak their minds without fear of being silenced. In his eyes, comedy is all about pushing boundaries and sparking conversation, even if it makes people uncomfortable. But he's also got some concerns for Chappelle, because as much as he believes in that freedom, he knows that Dave is walking a fine line. By speaking his mind so boldly, Chappelle's risking getting canceled for not playing by the rules that society seems to be tightening around controversial topics. For Wayans, it's a tricky balance between free speech and the consequences that come with pushing those limits.
I've always been free.
Right.
But I just think he's saying, you know what, with all that I have, I'm not afraid to lose it.
So, when people started asking what's up with the show's content, some folks said he seems a bit nervous about diving in. Maybe he's worried about getting heat like Dave did. But you know what? Even with the jitters, he's all about moving the conversation forward. He's convinced we need someone who's not scared of the big shots in the industry, and to him, that's definitely Dave Chappelle.
I can't speak about the content of the show, but what I say is there's a bigger conversation we need to have. Somebody needs to look us in the eye and go, you're no longer free.
Despite that, Dave still landed in hot water. After the special dropped, some Netflix employees voiced their disapproval, with one tweeting, "I didn't expect my job to involve supporting hate speech today, but here we are." Jacqueline Moore, the showrunner for Dear White People, also hit back on Twitter, announcing she's stepping away from Netflix. In an interview with Variety, Moore, who's trans, made it clear she wasn't trying to cancel Chappelle, but was genuinely shocked by Netflix's choice to air the special.
And to kind of break down what works, what doesn't. And the thing that has been true from the beginning is Justin encourages us to write cinematically, which is not something that TV often does in writers' rooms.
On top of that, 3 Netflix employees got suspended for crashing an executive meeting they weren't invited to. Apparently, in that meeting, Netflix co-CEO Ted Sarandos was backing the decision to air the controversial comedy special, as reported by Verge. But those employees were back on the job just a day later. All this drama just because of freedom of speech? And it looks like this isn't Dave's first rodeo with controversy. After hitting it big with Chappelle's show, he quickly became a major player in the entertainment world. But fame isn't all glitter and glam. There are plenty of challenges that come with it. It's no secret that when an artist rises to the top, some established figures in the industry might get a bit uneasy and even pull strings behind the scenes to keep the up-and-comers from climbing too high, trying to protect their own influence.
Dave Chappelle was decapitated in front of us.
Dave Chappelle has seen it all in Hollywood, from the dazzling highs to the troubling lows, and he's not shy about shedding light on what really goes down behind the scenes. One thing he's always made clear, Hollywood's shiny exterior doesn't paint the whole picture. Dave's always had a knack for seeing through the glamour and recognizing the raw truth. He knows that even with all the riches on offer, it's no match for the complex power dynamics at play among the industry's heavyweights.
So much money, how could you do that, and blah, blah, blah. But you know, if I had taken that money and finished the show, I would have got the money, but I might never have been the same.
It is now known to everybody now that those who dare to shake up the status quo in Hollywood often face a barrage of attacks and character assassination attempts. Dave knows this firsthand, having weathered his own share of discouraging encounters. He's been on the receiving end of insults and seen friends and allies turn their backs on him, a sobering reality he openly discusses in interviews.
And the drum beat is, he's crazy, he smokes crack, he's this, he's that.
Yeah.
It was a wild experience. The way people close to you react to it, like I had failed or I'd ruined my life.
Dave Chappelle's been standing tall against the big shots in Hollywood, speaking out against their shady dealings. He's not the only one who's been messed with by those power-hungry folks, but he's one of the few brave enough to call them out. What he probably didn't realize at first is that he's up against a whole messed-up system that's been screwing people over for centuries. Remember that time on Saturday Night Live when Dave Chappelle pointed out how many Jewish folks there are in Hollywood? He straight up said, "I've been to Hollywood, this is just what I saw," he said during his widely dissected monologue. "It's a lot of Jews, like a lot," and ended up in another controversy. But where did that come from, you ask? Hollywood's got a bad rep for being racist and unfair. Black actors gotta hustle way harder just to get the same chances others get handed to them. It's like trying to change a massive ship's course with just a paddle. Ain't gonna happen overnight, especially when the big shots still want to call all the shots.
According to Chappelle and Tolan, the executives at Fox suggested changing the lead female character from black to white.
So get this. Instead of making space for minorities and black folks, the bigwigs over at Fox thought it was the white crowd who needed more love. And get this. They wanted to do it on a show led by a black dude. Dave Chappelle himself said he was the brains behind his own show, doing all the heavy lifting.
$50 million deal on the table, and in a crisis of conscience, flipped the table over and walked away.
Despite this, he was ordered to change the lead cast of the show into a white woman. Dave wanted black representation on his show, and despite all his contribution towards the show, he was being excluded from such important decisions. The insistence to change the cast left Dave disgusted. After all, how many shows at the time had an all-white cast that no one had a problem with? But as soon as a black man made a show for his people, casting black people, suddenly the executives raised issues. Dave talked about this in an interview. They fly me out for a creative meeting. I'm in a room full of white people, and they proceed to tell me why we need more white people on the show, so it can have a more universal appeal. Despite so many shows catering to white audiences, Dave was being asked to mold his show so that the white people could see themselves in it. This network built itself on black viewers, and what they're saying is white people are narcissistic. They don't want to watch black people, they want to watch themselves. It tells every black artist, no matter what you do, you need whites to succeed. I felt like I was beaten up and completely degraded. It's disgusting, and it made me want to vomit. And Wayans have watched this from the very beginning. In the realm of Hollywood, the Wayans family stands as comedic royalty, with a legacy dating back to the early 80s. Marlon acknowledges the significant influence of his older brothers, Keenen and Damon Wayans, in paving the way for the family in various comedic domains, be it stand-up, film, or television.
Keenen won't fuck with you.
Yeah, I don't
you
think
smell
so.
too much like weed.
Yeah, no, but Damon, that's what Damon said to me.
Keenen
Damon
like,
said,
I don't
Damon
fuck
said,
with that nigga.
You
smell like weed.
Yo, I said, can I take a picture? He said.
Yet even as Marlon has carved out his own identity beyond his famous siblings, he remains the enduring kid brother subjected to their relentless satire. Sharing anecdotes during the promotion of his June 25th comedy show in Houston, Marlon revealed an amusing incident involving Damon. Surprised to find out that both he and Damon would be in town for performances, Marlon proposed the idea of opening for his older brother. Damon's response, according to Marlon, was less than enthusiastic, with a humorous accusation of trying to steal ticket sales. In his signature comedic style, Marlon mimicked Damon's retort, showcasing the playful banter that defines their relationship. "Why you trying to take my ticket sales?" According to Marlon, what Damon said. Reflecting on his status as the baby of the family, Marlon suggested that Damon's jesting might stem from a mix of love and a touch of sibling rivalry. Recounting past instances of being the target of his brother's comedic teasing, Marlon humorously shared memories of being dressed in a little suit at the Oscars, which actually occurred at the Emmys, a moment that still lingers as a painful public blunder. "No ugly. I don't want you uglying up the stage. You stay exactly where you're at and let those people come see your ugly ass at your show at the Bayou Music Center," he said in his best impersonation of the My Wife and Kids creator and star. "He's just evil like that," he further joked about Damon. Despite being on the receiving end of his brother's comedic beatdowns, Marlon takes it all in stride. Marlon said, "He loved me, but I don't think Damon liked me too much because I was my mom's baby. I don't think any of them like me because I was my mom's baby and I got all of the hugs." He sees a day of comedic redemption on the horizon, jokingly stating that he's saving it for when his brothers are too old to retaliate. In the world of the Wayans, laughter is the thread that weaves through the ups and downs of sibling dynamics, making their journey through comedy a truly entertaining saga. However, he insisted the fact, saying Damon was a joke abusive to me, him, and Shawn and Keenen. He continued, "They had me on the Oscars with a little suit, and they all looked fly. They like to, the baby brother." So it seems like Marlon was being A by his brother Damon from his childhood, which was not usual. Marlon, speaking about his brother, also pointed towards his SO. Shawn Mathis Wayans, widely known as Shawn Wayans, is an American actor, comedian, writer, and producer. He gained prominence as one half of the Wayans Bros, co-writing and starring in the sitcom of the same name that aired on the WB-TV network from 1995 to 1999.
John T-Boy's boy Witherspoon. That was my dude, man. I first fell in love with John's comedy.
Hailing from a family deeply involved in the entertainment industry, Shawn is the 9th of 10 siblings born to a social worker mother and a supermarket manager father. Notable members of his family include Keenan Ivory Wayans, Damon Wayans Sr., Kim Wayans, and others, all contributing to projects such as Scary Movie, In Living Color, Don't Be a Menace, White Chicks, My Wife and Kids, and Little Man. Rumors surrounding Shawn's S emerged, particularly due to his portrayal of a character named Ray in the film Scary Movie, 2000. While the character's SO was not explicitly defined, viewers speculated given the on-screen suggestions. Despite these assumptions, Shawn dispelled such rumors through his real-life relationships. However, many fans often conflate an actor's on-screen persona with their real-life personality, leading to misconceptions about celebrities. Shawn Wayans, an American actor, found himself in such a situation due to his portrayal of the character Ray in the film Scary Movie.
Hey, yo, dog. Does this shirt make me look gay?
Nah, man.
What about now?
In one scene, Ray engages in a locker room scenario, questioning his friend about the perceived gayness of his outfit. He goes on to playfully adjust his vest and draw attention to his chest, creating a comedic moment. Additionally, Ray requests that his girlfriend dress as a man before intimacy and exhibit supportive behavior towards a male friend, further blurring the lines between his on-screen character and real-life identity.
Ow, man, come on! No doubt, that's fine.
The ambiguity of Ray's SO in the film fueled speculation about Shawn Wayans' own S. However, one crucial aspect dispelling these rumors is Wayans' long-term relationship with fitness guru Ursula Alberto. Together from 1999 to 2008, although they never married, the couple shared 3 children: Layla, born in 1999, Aaliyah, born in 2002, and Marlon Wayans, born in 2004. Despite their eventual separation 4 years after the birth of their youngest child, Shawn has maintained a relatively private personal life.
Well, we only get the really small kids stuff. When you grown,
It's over.
If you driving, you ain't getting a gift.
However, in the film, Shawn Wayans portrayed his character convincingly, blending natural performances with moments that added a touch of humor and raised eyebrows. 2 scenes in particular sparked discussions about his SO. In one instance, Ray, the character played by Shawn, questioned his friend at school about his appearance in a yellow vest. After receiving reassurance that he didn't appear gay, Shawn's character proceeded to playfully manipulate the vest, asking, "What about now?" This scene introduced an element of ambiguity and led to speculation about Shawn Wayans' own S.
Hey, yo, dog. Does this shirt make me look gay?
Nah, man.
What about now?
Nah.
Cool?
Yeah.
Another scene added to the intrigue. In a moment of intimacy with his girlfriend, Ray requested that she dress in men's clothing, injecting a unique dynamic into the storyline. These scenes, while crafted for comedic effect, prompted questions and assumptions about Shawn Wayans' personal life, specifically regarding his SO. It's important to note, however, that an actor's portrayal of a character in a film doesn't necessarily reflect their real-life identity. In Shawn Wayans' case, his off-screen relationships and experiences dispel any notions that may arise from his on-screen roles.
Steve? Yeah. Long hair, pretty little mouth, perfect ass.
How was her?
Nah, I was talking about Steve.
It's not just Shawn who faced rumors. His younger brother Marlon Wayans, also part of the Scary Movie franchise, was subject to speculation after being seen with a TS person in 2010. Marlon promptly addressed the rumors on Twitter, asserting both his and Shawn's HT.
I have to ask you, have you ever been with a man?
No, I've never been with a man! You know what's funny is people always ask me, like...
In a 2015 interview with Radio 99.7, Shawn further debunked the gay rumors, revealing that he was dating a nurse. When asked about who paid for their dates, he shared that his girlfriend occasionally covered expenses, highlighting her successful career.
Some real metro love there. I mean, that would make sense. I mean, if you're gonna, like, you know, I guess women and gay men have the same thing
While Shawn Wayans has been the subject of gay rumors, it's crucial to avoid making assumptions about someone's orientation without concrete evidence. The actor's real-life relationships and statements disprove the speculation, emphasizing the need for nuance and respect in discussions about celebrities' personal lives. Yet people have their own reasons. It's worth noting that Shawn's younger brother, Marlon Wayans, has also faced speculation about his S, which he addressed on Twitter, asserting his and Shawn's HS. Despite rumors, Shawn's dating history and relationships suggest that assuming his S based on film roles is unfounded.
It's actually a compliment, you know? I mean, a lot of people get freaked out. It's a little weird if, you know.
Speaking about Marlon's gay rumors, fans started to speculate about the rumors when his own son and daughter were in question. Marlon Wayans is unequivocally shutting down ignorant comments on his Instagram page regarding his 19-year-old daughter, Amai, who identifies as LGBTQIA. Unfortunately, even in 2019, there persists a profound lack of understanding about the LGBTQIA community, with misconceptions ranging from whether it's a choice or an inherent identity.
I look hilarious. I think part of her is like, you know what?
She's rooting for me.
No, she's not rooting for you. She's attracted to you because you do. That's right. You look like a stud. And you have no facial hair.
Many individuals, including children, continue to face challenges, either being forced out of their homes or compelled to conceal their identities due to homophobic environments. Furthermore, certain religious groups attempt to dictate whom one can love and how they can express their gender and S. In light of these ongoing issues, public figures who openly support and embrace their LGBTQIA family members, such as Marlon Wayans and his daughter Amai, sometimes become the target of homophobic comments. Despite the progress made, there are individuals who hold regressive views and feel emboldened to share their misguided opinions. Marlon Wayans marked the beginning of Pride Month by posting a photo of Amai on Instagram, accompanied by a heartfelt and supportive caption. He wrote, "Happy Pride to my pride and joy. I wouldn't change one effing thing about you. Love you to the moon, around the sun, through the galaxies and back again." In doing so, he not only celebrated his daughter's identity, but also used his platform to advocate for inclusivity and understanding. His actions exemplify a positive stance during a time when support for the LGBTQIA community is crucial.
My daughter, she's like an intellectual nerd stud slash. Like, I don't know.
Was it easy for her to come out to you, or did you make it easy?
She told me she was 14.
In response to Marlon Wayans' Instagram post celebrating Pride Month with a photo of his daughter Amai, the majority of comments were supportive. However, a few ignorant and pointed remarks prompted Wayans to take a stand. Marlon has not only openly talked about his children, but also his brother, who is facing gay allegations. At one point, Marlon Wayans grew frustrated with rumors suggesting that he or any of his renowned brothers are gay. The breaking point came when a particular blog circulated blurry photos of Marlon leaving a club with someone they asserted to be a trans S. Marlon responded to these speculations on his Twitter account by tweeting, "Sorry folks, I ain't gay and neither sick are my bros, all straight hetero S women lovers with beautiful kids and families. Look under a new rock." Marlon even pointed out that the woman he was with was just a friend. However, it appears that people's concerns about Damon's S are on point because he had also once supported Bill Cosby in R allegations. He defended Bill Cosby against R allegations and called some of those who have made accusations against the Cosby Show star B, who were un-R-able.
When I look at him and go, no, he don't want that. Get out of here.
Wayans later partially backtracked, acknowledging that there might be cases where Cosby was guilty. He expressed apologies to anyone who may have been a victim of Cosby, saying, "For anybody who was R by Bill Cosby, I'm sorry, and I hope you get justice." Bill Cosby faced allegations from more than 40 women, leading to a criminal investigation by Los Angeles police, though no charges were filed. Cosby acknowledged marital infidelity, but denied criminal wrongdoing, asserting that any SL encounters were consensual. However, Wayans faced criticism on social media for his remarks. One person on Twitter wrote, "Douchebag, way to keep our culture alive." Damon Wayans dismisses Bill Cosby's scandal as a money hustle. Another one added, "Seems Damon Wayans doesn't respect women." Damon Wayans defends Bill Cosby, calls bitch un-R-able. So Wayans brothers' gay rumors have affected their career to a notable extent, which also raised speculations that because of Harvey, he may have come in contact with Diddy, and the rest is history. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.